Hi friends, it's Gwen. We're back in my car to do another video. I'm actually dropping off my dog today to get her staples removed and hopefully her cone gets to come off. So she's currently in the back seat. It's been a long 2 weeks, but I thought I would just take this opportunity and film the mid-year book freakout tag. If you don't know, I started a blog and I actually posted all of my answers over on there. So I will have it linked down below in case you're just wanting to check out my book blog, but it is dedicated to literary and lifestyle content. But I have done a few book reviews over there and the tag and a couple of other things. So definitely go over there and check it out. But today we're here to do the mid-year book freakout tag. It was created by Chammy and Ellie. I've done it years in the past. I think I've done it 2 other years, maybe last year and then like in 2015. But yeah, I just decided to go ahead and film it and post it on my channel as well. So that's what we're here to do. So the first question is the best book you've read so far. So I read this back in January, The Grace Year by Kim Leggett, and I absolutely loved this. It's a complete mix of everything I love. It reminds me of The Hunger Games, it reminds me of The Giver, and it's just all around a really cool story. The next question is the best sequel I read this year, and I haven't been keeping up with my series and I haven't read a lot of sequels, but for this question I chose The Crown of Embers by Ray Carson. This is the second book in the Girl of Fire and Thorns trilogy by Ray Carson. I absolutely loved this. I rated every single book in the trilogy 5 out of 5 stars. Another one that I didn't read before I actually posted this tab on my book blog that I have read since then is Heartstopper Volume 3. If you don't know, this is an absolutely free webcomic available online and you can read it like one little chapter at a time. I think she posts like maybe 1 a week or something like that. But I love the physical editions just because these are so freaking wholesome and so freaking wonderful. I did do a full review of this on my blog, so if you're over there on my blog and you're interested in my full thoughts, definitely go ahead and check out that review. The next official question is a new release that you are excited to get to but you just haven't yet, and without a doubt that is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I received this in my June book of the month box and it's almost the end of the month and I haven't read this yet. I do hope to read it either next week because this week is Romanceathon, so either next week or the first week in July possibly. My most anticipated book for the rest of the year, it's so hard to narrow it down to just one. I definitely have some still that I talked about at the beginning of the year that I'm anticipating. I found one since then that I have added to my Goodreads want to read list, but one that really sticks out is One by One by Ruth Ware. I'm really excited about this. I've really liked all of her other work. My biggest disappointment this year without a doubt is The Dilemma by B.A. Paris. I think I've just realized that maybe B.A. Paris is a one-hit wonder for me. I absolutely loved Behind Closed Doors, but The Breakdown and there was another one, I don't know. The other 2 books that I read by her, including The Dilemma, I just thought were trash. I rated both of the other books 3 stars and I rated this one 2 stars. It just really let me down. It wasn't a thriller at all. It was miscommunication. It was a crappy marriage and just a crappy situation all around. So yeah, I really don't recommend it, but if you're wanting to read B.A. Paris, definitely check out Behind Closed Doors. Now, the book that surprised me most this year was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I picked this up for my book of the month pick and it was like the thriller recommendation, like it was the thriller pick of the month. They usually do have like a thriller on there and that's usually what I pick, but I've never read anything by this author before. I really hadn't heard anything about this book before I picked it up. I just picked it up because it was the thriller selection. I ended up really liking it. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. I've talked about it a bunch. I've talked about it on the Read with Friends live shows like a couple of times. I've talked about it in other videos and recommendations, and I've talked about it in my wrap up. I just thought it was really well done. It's like a classic. It's like a modern classic whodunit, and I just really like the story. It's isolated, it's atmospheric, the characters are all hiding things, so it shocked me because I had no expectations going in. Okay, next up is favorite new author, like either debut author or new to me. So I picked new to me authors because I haven't read many debuts this year so far, but I have 3 here that I will definitely be picking up other books by them to make sure they're not one-hit wonders like B.A. Paris. So I kind of am saying this cautiously because I once said B.A. Paris is one of my favorite authors of all time, and I haven't really read anything good by them except for the one book. So I'm going in like saying that these are new favorites, but I'm not really sure. So the first one is K.A. Tucker. She wrote The Simple Wild. I really enjoyed this story. It's a romance story about a girl that goes to Alaska to kind of like wrap things up with her father. He's been diagnosed with cancer, and yeah, it's just this like really cute romance story, kind of like a hate to love. He's kind of grumpy, the love interest in this, Jonah. Yeah, I really liked K. Tucker's writing in this. It was super atmospheric. It was kind of like it was a little slow burn, but not like too slow burn. It was just perfect. I really liked this one. Okay, next up, I also did a whole author taste test of this author, and that is Penelope Douglas. And I read Birthday Girl by her. I also read Credence by her. And I really liked Birthday Girl the most out of those 2 books, but I really liked the writing in Penelope Douglas's book, both of the books that I read by her. It's very steamy and it's very like intriguing, and I've read stuff from her that I haven't read like from any other romance author. So I am looking forward to picking up more by her. There's a couple of different books that I like Punk 57 is one, and there's another one that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I definitely want to check out more by her. And then the other one on this list for new to me authors is Beth O'Leary. I don't know if this is her debut. Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is her debut or not, but yeah, I really liked this one. I know a lot of people either love it or hate it, and I am on the love it side of things. It's Tiffany and Leon's story as they're sharing a flat and a bed, but they never see each other because one works during the day, one works at night, and that's how they're able to share the space. I know that Beth O'Leary has a new book coming out, or has already come out, that I'm really looking forward to read. The reason why people don't like it, I don't think it's because of the romance. I think it's because of the writing, because Tiffy's are very like traditionally told, and Leon's chapters are very hard to get into at first, but I was able to relax into the story. But it's stream of conscious, like bullet points without quotation marks, so it is something quite different. But the next question is Fictional Crush, and I don't really get fictional crushes anymore, but if I had to pick someone, it would be a bush pilot in this story right here. Newest favorite character is Jelly Angelica from Jelly. This is a middle grade story. I talked about this. I think I did like a reading vlog of this. I really liked this. I think I read this for Read-A-Rama, like the latest round that we did, but she's 11 years old or 12 years old, and she's just so like smart about life, and what she feels in her heart, I feel it too. And she writes these like poems and stuff like that are in here, and it's just like so good. And she's so, I don't know, she's just so smart about the world around her. In the beginning, when this guy is treating her mom like crap, but her mom's still dating the guy, she realizes that her mom shouldn't be dating him because he's a piece of crap. So just being able and to know that and be aware, and how she expresses herself, she's definitely one of my all-time favorite characters. So the next question is a book that made you cry. And luckily, so far, I have not had any tearjerkers this year, but that doesn't mean that I haven't read books that have like emotional moments in them. Just nothing has brought me to tears. So the next question, the one I really love, is a book that made you happy. And without a doubt, I'm choosing this poetry collection by Amanda Lovelace called Break Your Glass Slippers. This is her newest poetry collection. I hope it's going to be a whole series. This is my favorite by her by far. I still would love to do a poetry review of this. I think I will. This, I think, has trumped all of the other poetry collections beneath it that were my favorites. Like, this is my current reigning favorite. This just made me so happy because not only is it gorgeous with the little like blue drawn illustrations in here, but like just the message and the layout and how I related so much to it. Like, I literally tabbed so many things in here, but these are my favorites of the favorites because literally everything would be tabbed. But I absolutely love this. I will continue to recommend it. If you want to know a little bit more about like what's in my soul, like read this, because she literally like yanked it out and put it on page, and like now she's making money off of it, and I want her to make lots of money off of it because she deserves it. But yeah, it's amazing. I love it. It made me so happy. Every time I think about it, it makes me happy. And I feel so seen with this poetry collection, so highly recommend. 2 more questions. Do I have time? Yes, I have time. Okay, so 2 more questions. The next one is the most beautiful book that you've bought this year. And I could have easily said this one again because like it's just so pretty. There's literally an illustration in here that I want as a tattoo on my body. But for just like the cover and stuff, I mean, it's not like so gorgeous, but the inside is freaking amazing. But one that I really like fonts and like simple covers. I also like crazy covers too, but this one, the neon green with this like vanilla yellow color and this font though, Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. I just love this. It's so striking. Like, you see this on the bookshelf in the store and you're just like, I need to own this book. And it's just so, and it's one of the, look at that flop. I'm sorry. Yes, please. Love a floppy paperback. Love the cover of this. Can't wait to read it. So excited. Yeah, it was first published in 1952 and immediately held as a masterpiece. And the very last question on this tag for today is books that, what is the question? What books do you need to read? What books do you need to read by the end of the year? For that, I usually say none, but I have felt compelled when I receive certain books that I'm interested in reading and they're sent to me unsolicited. However, I still want to read them. So these are ones that were sent to me for review, and because they spent money to print these ARCs and send them to me, I feel compelled to read them. 2 of those, the one that I had at the time when I did the post on my blog is Anxious People by Fredrik Bachman. I literally squealed when I got this in the mail because this sounds like absolutely a book that I will love. I think these 8 people, or there's like a group of people, 6 to 8 people that are in this apartment to tour it or whatever like that, and they're held up or something like that. It just sounds like right up my alley. This one comes out in September 8th, on September 8th. And I'm just really excited for it. I'm definitely sweating now. The other one that I literally just received, and I also squealed when I received this one, is Lisa Jewell's new book, Invisible Girl. And this one comes out, let's see, October 13th. So I am so excited about this. I can't believe I actually got an art copy of either one of these, but I think I'm gonna do like around the September, October, I'll read the arcs of these and then like do a reading vlog for this. So let me know if that's something that you would be interested in down below in the comment section. Also let me know if you've done this tag. I've watched a bunch of these tags, so if you have, I've probably already watched it, but if you did, let me know and I might stop over and view yours. Again, don't forget to check out my book blog linked down below. But that's all for today's video. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming to me and joining me in my car. I just want to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.